Guys, I once again forced myself to watch a bit of TV.
You act like that's an exception now. You watch TV for 2 to 3 hours every day, man.
I mean that I actively watched what I could manage.
Now I'm really curious to hear what you have to say.
So what actually happened to all the good old children's shows? Why, what should have happened to them? Yes, they don't exist anymore.
What do you mean they don't exist?
Well, wait a minute. I specifically brought my nephew's tablet with me.
Do you know it? It's called Tablet Man.
Asabe Eugenio. Anyway, we started watching and Maya the Bee was on. I was really excited. I felt fabulous. I watched it. It looked totally different back then, didn't it?
What? Put on your glasses. That's Benjamin the Elephant, not Maya the Bee.
Oh, right, wrong picture. Hold on. I mean, this one, I remember it a bit differently, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks kind of smooth now, doesn't it? Here, look!
It looked different back then. Why did they change it? It was also redone. The old one wasn't even modern, I think, right? So, do you still remember that old bag?
The wrinkly one in your box, or what?
Like the one from Santa Claus?
It was called Bartholomeus, wasn't it?
Yes, exactly. Beutel du Maus. Take a look at it. It looks completely different now, too.
It's looked like that for a few years already, hasn't it? It looks like a potato sack now.
I think it looks more like a potato from the potato sack. Yeah, we can complain about it, but it will still be adjusted so that people like it. Yeah, but everyone I've asked doesn't find it nice, Günther.
Because we're also old and not the target audience.
Yeah, but I still had to look at all of it. I first gave my nephew a talking to about why everything looks so ridiculous. Everything has to be D these days, but there's no love behind it anymore. Everything has to look polished. Nothing can be rustic anymore or anything like that.
Yeah, because all the softies get scared so quickly these days.
I'm not talking about Wiedemeyer or Bob the Treehouse. Just look at how he looks now.
That's not Bob the Builder anymore. That's Bernhard the civil engineer from Munich. It just looks overly polished now. What is that?
Yeah, that's just the nonsense everyone wants to see now.
Yeah, what can you do, right?
Yeah, here, Vicky and the Strongmen.
What happened to Vicky?
What does he look like? Take a look at that. He looks like he stole the mop from the galley and stuck it under his helmet.
And his father looks like he'd rather comb his beard than be there.
Now, I'm telling you, no wonder the youth has no interest anymore and just sucks on the vape. I mean, just look at this, Dora. That gives me nightmares.
What is that? That gives me goosebumps on my neck?
What does that look like?
That's terrible.
I'm telling you, in my time, we watched our first horror movie at 8 years old. Couldn't sleep for a year afterward. And we appreciated it. Nowadays, I'd rather have a felt tip pen in my toenails than watch something like that, I'm telling you honestly.
The technology is probably cheaper than having it all drawn.
Yeah, but I mean, is that our standard here? Quantity over quality, or what? That's nonsense, Werner. Yeah, what do you want to do?
There's no use, right?
Next, they'll throw in unnecessarily many effects so that it's completely overloaded. I mean, where does that lead? Just watch, that's how it's gonna be. Of course. I mean, at some point, all you have is action, explosions, and special effects, right? You can't do anything about it. Well, I'd like to go to the cinema tonight. Anyone coming along?
The new Marvel movie has arrived, and it marks a significant shift from what audiences might expect.